Go back to the shadows, can of Pepsi. You shall not pass. Other soft drinks are available. Welcome back to Flicks and Figs. In this episode, we're going to look at The Wizard, or The Grey Wizard. We're going to also look at Amazing Yamaguchi, My Hero Academia, Tomoro Shigaraki. Sorry if I butchered that name. As well as that, we're going to look at Revoltech Arkham Asylum Batman. Armored Magneto, I forget what it's called, but the Armored Magneto, and Mezco 112 White Ranger. So strap yourselves in for another episode of Flicks and Figs. Merry Christmas to you all. At the time of this video, it's just between Christmas and New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas. And yeah, and Revoltech Stitch from Lilo and Stitch as well. So let's talk about that and a hell of a lot more on TAKTAK Toys with Film. So welcome back to TAKTAK Toys with Film, your home of 1/12 scale movie-based action figures, G.I. Joe Classified, Operation Monster Force, Valorverse Action Force, and a hell of a lot more. This video is not for kids. So yeah, let's start off with Arkham Knight Batman from Amazing Yamaguchi. And this is an excellent looking figure. I mean, it's got a cloth cape for starters. Amazing Yamaguchi are coming leaps and bounds with their releases. This one actually looks excellent. Really dynamic posing. The good thing about this one, like the recent release of the Moon Knight figure, the armoured shoulder pads will cover up the sort of shoulders that they have. You know, that often show on Revoltech figures, but a really solid looking release. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. And Axy Toys are showing off one of their new releases. These, I've mentioned these before, these are actually 1/12 scale, so they look like sort of villains almost that Batman could fight. That's kind of why I've put them next in the video. They kind of reminded me of sort of Joker's henchmen or something like that from maybe a Zack Snyder film, but yeah, they're their own thing. Yeah, Axy Toys, and they are 1/12 scale. I did mention them in a previous sort of episode of Flicks and Figs. So yeah, 12 bones they're called, and they're available on VC Toys box. I'll put a link to that in the description below. So available for pre-order. But like I say, they make excellent sort of Batman villains if you wanted to do a, you know, Gotham City kind of diorama and have maybe the Revoltech Batman fighting them, kind of, yeah, in a sort of, yeah, really cool looking Gotham diorama. They could be like Joker's henchmen or some kind of Batman villains. But yeah, they're totally up to you. As far as I'm aware, it's an original IP, so you can really do what you want with it in terms of, you know, you can fit them in any kind of collection. But like I said, they kind of just had that vibe and aesthetic to me. They really reminded me of Batman villains. Hence why I put them on the list next after seeing the Amazing Yamaguchi Arkham Knight Batman. So yeah, what do you think of these? What do you think of these Axy Toys 1/12 scale bones? 12 bones they're called. We'll be picking any up. Let me know in the comments below. And I don't know if we've had any figures from Axy Toys before. Not I believe. Maybe not in 1/12 scale. But these look really good. So yeah, the VC Toys box will be stocking them. And Revoltech, like I mentioned, Revoltech at the start of the video, they're doing Lilo and Stitch. So this is Lilo, I'm presuming. I'm not too up on my knowledge, but from Lilo and Stitch. But yeah, another, you know, great looking release. Well, a fun sort of animated style release, you know. So yeah, it could be a bit, you know, a bit fun. Obviously, jumping from one thing to another there, with obviously Axy Toys looking very realistic and scary, and this looking very cute and cuddly. But yeah, if you do want a Lilo and Stitch figure, you know, Revoltech will have you covered, and obviously the articulation on this will be really good. And again, if you're enjoying this episode of Flicks and Figs, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe, and sticking with an animated vibe, McFarlane Batman animated series line of figures. They're Lockup, Bath, so a character named Lockup, they're Bath, that's a wave here. We've got sort of a Batman with night vision, a Joker, and then Commissioner Gordon, and yeah, and they kind of all make up the Lockup, a character named Lockup. So there you go, and the Riddler obviously as well. So yeah, you can build Lockup with that Batman animated series wave. And sticking with McFarlane and Batman, this is the New Adventures of Batman. Again, really fun figures. These are 6-inch. Articulation obviously is a bit limited, but these are really kind of fun figures if you want to have sort of an you know, Batman 66 type display. That's the right word. Obviously, these are not the 66 figures. These, I think, came after. These were in the 70s. I believe they're animated as well. But yeah, they can go, you know, they can fit under that aesthetic or that theme. So yeah, you know, let me know if you've picked up any of the Batman 66 figures in the comments below. I know a few people from the Who crew who are big fans. Or if you're planning to pick these up and what you think of them. I think they're quite fun. Obviously, like I said, the articulation's a bit limited, but they're fun figures, aren't they? They're kind of, you know what you're getting with these, and they're quite fun. And McFarlane seemed to be, you know, quite keen to expand their roster. Obviously, they could finish the 66 line. They've done most of the core characters, so there'd probably be slightly more obscure characters that they would do if they continue it. But yeah, they're obviously branching out into other sort of avenues of Batman from a slightly later era, but with that same kind of fun, pulpy kind of, you know, style. So yeah, here's obviously the Joker. Obviously we saw the Riddler before that, and Batgirl and Batman. So plenty to choose from, and this is the Commissioner Gordon. So again, you know, if you've got a Batman 66 display, you can just fudge these in. You know, can have it to expand on that display. Obviously, this is not the 66 line, but it's got a feel and aesthetic. So, and here's Robin. So you can sort of like, yeah, fudge them in. This is the New Adventures, but you can fudge in that kind of that feel. So what do you think about McFarlane figures, DC Multiverse, and these kind of figures in particular? These sort of like more kind of campy, fun, kitsch kind of Batman figures. Have you collected any of the 66 line? Are you planning on picking these up? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, plenty to choose from here. No doubt there'll be more figures in this line if it's successful. So if you do want to see more figures from McFarlane, you know what to do. Vote with your wallets, as they say, and pick a few of these up. But it's really up to you, yeah. So yeah, so McFarlane loves to give us lots of Batman. Apparently this is from an episode of the Gas War sort of, newspaper. It's from a specific episode. But yeah, lots of fun there. And switching over to Mafex, we've got a look at the Mafex Scarecrow. So this is quite a good looking Scarecrow, and obviously the articulation will be really good on this. You're probably going to be looking at the $70 to $80 price point. And going from Mafex to right down the other end of the scale in terms of price point, probably going to be ridiculously expensive in art. Dark Knight, Christian Bale, Batman in 1/12 scale. Now, this could be rumoured to be, well, a few people I know have been discussing this, and this could be a couple of $100 or pounds. So it may well be one of the most expensive 1/12 scale figures you may pick up. Although looking at the Christian Bale likeness there, has got that kind of Hot Toys quality. So maybe that's part of what we're paying for. But when you're paying as much for a 6-inch figure as you could probably get for a vehicle in the same scale, you have to wonder, you know, is it something you really want in your collection? I'm not saying you shouldn't, just saying it's a decision maybe you have to make. You know, if you can get a Batmobile or a His Tank or any of these kind of things for around, you know, obviously a His Tank, but probably maybe even 2 His Tanks for the same price as this one figure, then yeah, you've really got to question how much you are a Christian Bale or Christopher Nolan Batman fan. But I'll let you decide on that. Switching back to the DC Multiverse, we've got a look here at, this will be the Batfleck Batman, so kind of another version from McFarlane of the Batfleck Batman. So yeah, I mean, this has been Batman heavy so far, this episode of Flicks and Figs, quite Batman heavy, but obviously, you know, here's another figure that's incoming at some point that I'm sure will go up for pre-order that you can pick up. And again, if you're enjoying this episode of Flicks and Figs so far, let me know in the comments below. Let me know anything you've seen so far you might pre-order. And yeah, just leave any comments and feel free to subscribe if you want to. And Batman in the comics has teamed up with the TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, to battle his own enemies and their enemies, and it looks like Heat Boys are giving us a Krang TMNT figure. Now this would probably be one I'd be quite interested in. Obviously the Heat Boys figures are sort of larger scale, they're like mechs, but this could actually work, I think, in a 1/12 scale display, so like a giant Krang, so it'd be quite fun. And yeah, you know, you could just add it to a 1/12 display collection. So Heat Boys Krang. You know, Krang obviously wears that battle suit as body armor, and moving from one form of armor to another, we've got the Sentinel fighting armor Magneto. Now he looks really good, and obviously Magneto's a sort of great character to have in armor because obviously his power set with regard to controlling magnetism. Here he is making short work of Wolverine. But yeah, Lots of different poses, obviously a cape with a presumably wire in it, by looks of things for posing. Looks really fun, really vibrant colours, really vibrant sort of pinks and purples, which I always think suits Magneto. But yeah, is this one you'd be picking up? Have you picked up any of the Sentinel fighting armour sort of Marvel figures already? If so, what are your favourites? Let me know in the comments below. I think I've picked up Captain America. I know I have a Captain America in this kind of style. I'm not sure which line I picked it up from, because there's been quite a few that are quite similar, but I think it was the Sentinel fighting armour one. But yeah, let me know your comments, your thoughts in the comments below. I do think this does look quite good. It's obviously got a good range of articulation as well, so it should be quite a fun figure to pick up. But yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, obviously lots of dynamic posing here, so lots of kind of great display options for your collection if you're going to do any toy photography. Great amount of accessories as well. And yeah, it's a clever design, I think, because Magneto does lend himself to being armoured up. We've seen that a bit in the AOA, Age of Apocalypse, where he did that in end scenes fighting Apocalypse. And for something completely different, the white Mighty Morphin Power Ranger went up on Mezco and the Mezco website. It's a Mezco exclusive. I believe it's sold out, but it's gone to waitlist now, so you can of course get yourself on the waitlist. Hopefully this does become available in other places like UK independent retailers. Don't believe the Green Ranger did, but fingers crossed. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. And the 1/12 scale Road Warrior has been revealed by a third-party company, and yeah, this is essentially obviously Mad Max. Well, or is it? I mean, it's obviously based on Mad Max. The Mel Gibson likeness is a bit questionable, but yeah, essentially, you know, we haven't really had any Mad Max action figures, and supposedly the reason for that is because the creator of Mad Max doesn't want there to be any merchandise, which is a bit shame because Mad Max is quite a toyetic property, so you know, it's something that actually would work really well in sort of action figure form and vehicles and all that kind of thing. You know, obviously it might be a bit difficult to do lots of vehicles in 1/12 scale, but you know, never say never. That's how we didn't think we'd get lots of vehicles in 1/12 scale, and now we're starting to get spoilt with them with lots of different choices. Obviously G.I. Joe, Ramen Toys, Valaverse all giving us 1/12 scales. Soon be a Mezco one, the Rumbler. So we're going to have plenty to choose from. So it's not out of the question that we could get vehicles to go with this kind of thing. But yeah, this is your Road Warrior in 1/12 scale. You know, if you want Mad Max on your shelf, or you kind of want some post-apocalyptic action in 1/12 scale or representation, this is going to be the way to go. There you go, from Premiere Toys, from Premiere Toys. So that's a bit of 1/12 scale action. We're from one 80s property being post-apocalyptic to another that's animated, and it's based on Brave Star, and that's the Marshal. We get a better look from Ramen Toys of the kind of test shot of the Marshal. Here you go. So yeah, you know, more to come in 2024, no doubt. And sticking with the space theme, we've got to look at SH Figure Arts Rebel Moon figures. Now, don't know if you've seen Rebel Moon. I've seen about half of it. I actually think it's okay. I think a lot of sort of critics have labelled it quite negatively. I think it's all right. I think it's just that it's just nothing we haven't seen before. That's probably where the criticism is labelled. I haven't got as far as seeing who this character is in the film, so let me know in the comments below if you have seen it and who this character is. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad film. I didn't think there was anything particularly, you know, from what I've seen so far to dislike it. These, so this is the main character. I do know her. But these SH Figure Arts figures look pretty decent, I think. They look pretty decent for, you know, the characters. Again, there were a lot of toyetic looking characters in the film from what I saw so far. This was the main character who's kind of like a, what's the right word? Like she was on the run, a military sort of character on the run who was hiding out. And then the Empire kind of found her, or the Empire in that universe found her. So originally it's obviously going to be Zack Snyder's tribute or love letters Star Wars or Star Wars movie, but Disney didn't quite want to go with it, so he made his own story. And again, I think these characters look really decent. I mean, I guess it all depends on how successful the film will be. Again, like the reviews have been quite mixed, but SH Figure Arts have done figures of sort of mixed reviews of films. I mean, obviously they've got a Black Adam figure coming out at some point, or maybe even out now, and obviously that The Rock is no longer Black Adam. But anyway, I digress. Here's Rebel Moon figures from SH Figure Arts. Let me know what you think of them in the comments below. And again, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. And bringing us back down to Earth from space is the Storm Collectibles Blanca, been revealed. And obviously Jada Toys are going full steam ahead with their Street Fighter figures, so it's probably no surprise that SH Figure Arts and Storm Collectibles have pulled their finger out and decided to show off some of theirs. This Blanca does look really good, and this is probably one character you can fit in with the 1/12 scale, because Storm Collectibles do tend to be generous in their 1/12 scaling. And here is that character from My Hero Academia I mentioned before, from Amazing Yamaguchi. Going to have really great articulation. And sticking with Amazing Yamaguchi, here's Ryu. I think it's Habusa. Well, Ryu anyway, from Ninja Gaiden. I can't pronounce the second name. Ninja Gaiden's a great property. I played it on my Xbox. Obviously, it was from Mega Drive initially. This is going to be excellent, no doubt, when we get to see this is the grayscale model, but when we get to see a painted model, presumably in 2024. Going to have insane articulation, of course. Quite a lot to look forward to from Revoltech by the looks of things upcoming. And here's another one. Oh, here's another sort of test shot with it, kind of is sort of, you know, Wolverine style claws, I guess. But this might be one to look out for, to be honest. And for great places to pick up some of these pre-orders when they become available, you can check out Blue Owl Collectibles. Again, I'll put a link to all these excellent UK independent retailers in the comments below. Of course, feel free to check out Comics and Cocktails. You can, of course, check out Kapow Toys. And moving from UK independent retailers, of course, to Valaverse.com for all your Action Force needs. Hopefully, there'll be a UK independent retailer stocking Valaverse in 2024. But for now, you can head on over to Valaverse for all your Action Force needs. Feel free to check out the whole shebang. You can, of course, check out Invincible Toys and their futuristic combat soldiers, and I'll put a link for that on Big Bad Toy Store in the comments below. Moving back to the UK, you can of course check out Gobsmack Comics, and feel free to check out In Demand Toys, and you can of course check out Props and Replicas as well. Again, like I say, I'm going to put all these independent UK retailers and of course Valaverse and Big Bad Toy Store with Invincible Toys in the comments below, and you can feel free to check out Star Action Figures, and why not check out all the cool stuff. So there you go, yeah, some great independent UK retailers. And I mentioned Big Bad Toy Store initially earlier. You can of course check out my Sergeant Santa review on my channel from Big Bad Toy Store. Had the figure in packaging for about a year, because he arrived after Christmas last year, so I've got a review. I opened him up just around Christmas, and I've got a review on my channel, so feel free to check that out. And moving from one long man with a grey beard to another, the Grey Wizard from Lord of the Rings, or Lord of the Soft Drinks in this case. This is a Grey Wizard and Abyss Demon sort of third party 2-pack, I believe. I guess you can get the Grey Wizard singularly. Of course, it's based on Lord of the Rings, which kind of, you know, yeah, based on that. But obviously I can't name it that. I think from Hellcat Toys, I believe. But yeah, if you're a big Lord of the Rings fan, or you wanted kind of some 1/12 scale Gandalf fighting a Pepsi there, other soft drinks are available. You know, that's what you can pick up for yourself. So again, credit to Isaac Wong, who sort of showed these images off on Facebook. No idea when these will be available yet. Presumably they will be available on somewhere like VC Toy Box. They might be available on Big Bad Toy Store, but we'll just have to wait and see. Pretty damn good likenesses, really, of Gandalf there, of Ian McKellen and the Balrog, otherwise known as Grey Wizard in this case, and Abyss Demon. But yeah, I mean, you know, maybe we'll get some more Lord of the Rings, or sort of, you know, yeah, whatever you want to call this, Lord of the Soft Drinks, kind of action figures. You know, who knows? If these sell well, it probably will, but these look pretty decent, and I believe the Abyss Demon might be unarticulated, so that's like a statue, but obviously the Gandalf one is articulated, so it'd make a nice display piece on a diorama. Obviously, if you collect things like Mythic Legions or anything like that, and you have any sort of Mythic Legions dioramas, you can pop this in for a bit of fun. If you're taking any photography, any toy photography, or you just want Gandalf to be sort of in with your in with your kind of Mythic Legions collection, or if you sort of got, you know, if you still got the Christmas ornaments out and you've got a nativity play, you can stick Gandalf in there, you know, with the 3 wise men coming to see baby Jesus. But obviously, soon enough, you may be putting that away till next year, because you know, yeah, we're moving into the new year now. But obviously, whatever you celebrate at the time of this video, happy holidays to you, and obviously soon a happy new year. But yeah, we've still got that 2024 rolling on to look forward to. But yeah, what do you think of this one? I think it looks pretty good, really. I mean, it's a pretty, you know, eye show-stopping, eye-catching piece. It's going to be quite fun in anyone's collection. And of course, Toy Biz at one point initially made Lord of the Rings figures, and another brand that Toy Biz did and has gone to Hasbro now is Marvel Legends. And for all the latest Marvel Legends news, reviews and live streams, you can of course check out Dan Who, you can check out Legends and Liquor, Turtles and Tea with Dan and Tanner, and Joe's and Juice with Dan, Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse and myself. And we'll be talking more about G.I. Joe in 2024. We have of course done our top G.I. Joe classified figures of 2023. I'll put a link to that video in the comments below. Feel free to check it out. So yeah, but no doubt classified's going from strength to strength. We'll have plenty more to talk about in 2024. And for all the latest action figure reviews in the UK, you can check out Jay's Toy Collection UK. I'll put a link to his latest live stream, and also his videos. One of the most recent live streams I was on with him was talking about our favourite Christmas films, so again I'll put a link to that in the comments below. Feel free to check out Miguel and the Wolfpack Toy Review. He's been doing a few top 10 videos. He did his top 10 female action figures of the year recently. That was a really fun watch, so I'll put a link to that video in the comments below. And yeah, you can of course check out AC Toy Design, Adam Crone, and check out his Patreon if you want, and his YouTube channel. Check out Justin Collects, his YouTube channel. Again, I'll put a link to all these YouTube channels in the comments below. You can check out Photo Dave and Toy Pics for toy photography tips and tricks. And for all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions and more, you can check out Trevor the 1/6 Shooter. And feel free to check out Brian's action figure reviews for Action Figure Reviews in Ireland. And you can of course check out Dante and the Infinity Equation for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. And feel free to check out Agent Z-Man and his YouTube channel Z-Man12Bat. And you can of course check out the 3POA podcast for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. And feel free to check out Big Wheel Pixels and Plastic. And for pop music covers and both his own original work as well, you can check out Elson Official Music. And feel free to check out Why So Serious Toys. So you can of course check out Cypher Sigma as well. Plenty of YouTube channels here to sort of check out and let me know what your thoughts are. And if you like film and TV, you can check out Film and TV Review, their website and their YouTube channel as well. So feel free to check those out in the comments below. And they'll be doing an end of year kind of special of all their favourite films. So yep, like I say, feel free to check that out. So plenty to talk about there on Flicks and Figs, all sorts of different things. Let me know if you saw anything you particularly liked in the comments below. Let me know in this video in the comments below. Thanks again for your support. You make all these videos possible. And until next time, enjoy those Flicks and Figs.